The glowing screen of a banking app at 2 in the morning is one of the loneliest places on earth. You stare at the balance, factor in the rising cost of living, subtract the pending bills, and face a mathematical equation that simply refuses to balance. But the crushing weight on your chest isn't actually dictated by a lack of funds. The exhaustion you feel comes from the illusion of control, the belief that if you just grip the steering wheel tight enough, you can somehow force the numbers to work. You have done the work. You've picked up the extra shifts, launched the side hustles, and ruthlessly cut your grocery budget. Yet, despite playing by all the rules of modern financial discipline, you still wake up feeling chronically behind. This diagram maps the modern hustle trap. When we feel financially squeezed, our instinct is to double down on financial control. That drives us into extreme budgeting and more hustle. But rather than producing stability, the effort loops back on itself. The diminishing returns multiply, creating a massive, tangled knot of pure exhaustion. Human beings were designed to manage resources. We are meant to be diligent stewards of our income, but we are unequipped to carry the absolute weight of our economic future alone. The panic that spikes when an unexpected expense hits is rarely a total lack of faith. Usually, it stems from a profound terror of financial uncertainty. We crave predictable timelines. We want guaranteed returns on our investments, clear paths to retirement, and a dense, impenetrable safety net to catch us if the market turns. True trust demands something different. Faith requires moving forward financially, making wise choices today, without having the luxury of seeing the entire spreadsheet for tomorrow. That tension you feel right now is the exact boundary where human economic logic runs out, and a genuine reliance on God begins. Proverbs 3 tells us to trust the Lord with all our heart and lean not on our own understanding. In an economic context, God demands trust during the season of lack. It is easy to trust after the debt is cleared. Faith is built while the balance is still low. Look at this timeline tracking Ecclesiastes' distinct seasons. Finance has a season to build wealth and a season to release outcomes. Refusing to adapt creates spiritual resistance. Forcing a denied promotion or failing side hustle batters a closed door, generating immense friction. There is a gap between faithful, disciplined work and toxic panic. Disciplined effort operates within grace. Panic operates out of a fear that God will fail. Persistently trying to force open a closed financial door signals that we are working against the season God has currently placed us in. Romans 8 promises that God works all things for the good of those who love Him. Yet, when an investment falls through or a paycheck is delayed, our immediate assumption is that we are being punished for a failure. Often, what looks like failure is an act of divine protection. God will intentionally strip away a lucrative opportunity if that career path, person, or income stream threatens to destroy your soul or become an idol. His no in your finances is a calculated act of love, equal to His yes. He sees the spiritual traps hidden inside the financial gains you are chasing. Real security comes through being steered away from paths that would otherwise cost too much. Acknowledging God's protection is comforting, but it does not magically cancel tomorrow's mortgage payment or lower the cost of groceries. The physical bills still arrive. Jesus warned against projecting anxiety in Matthew 6, stating that tomorrow will worry about itself. When you drag tomorrow's inflation onto today's plate, you deplete the strength you need for the present moment. 1 Peter provides the exact mechanism to handle this. Cast all your anxiety on Him. Notice the action word. Casting is different from merely managing, carrying, or meticulously budgeting around your fear. To cast means to execute an active transfer. You take the responsibility for your ultimate provision off your own shoulders and place it onto God's. This is not a one-time emotional prayer. Financial surrender is a deliberate, recurring daily decision to shift the weight of the future back to the one who controls it. Look at this flawed logic, the belief that peace will arrive the moment your bank account hits a specific number. The biblical sequence runs in reverse. Surrender happens first, generating immediate peace, making room for provision. God does not require a perfect budget or a flawless credit score to intervene in your circumstances. He only requires open hands.
Releasing that white-knuckled grip creates the internal space necessary to see where God is already providing. If you are exhausted from trying to control what only God can handle, type "I surrender my finances" in the comments below. Subscribe to Bible Money Hode and relinquish the wheel today.